Welcome to the Chicago Sports Podcast, where we are live for the thrill, the dirt, and the heart of the game. I'm your host with the most, Trax, and tonight we're bringing the heat from Millville, Minnesota for the Pro Motocross Championship at Spring Creek. This is no ordinary episode, folks. We've got the one, the only Jordon Smith, number 19, Triumph Factory Racing's Motocross Titan, joining us for an exclusive 30-minute sit-down interview. Born February 5th, 1996, this guy's been tearing it up all the tracks since his amateur days, and now he's ready to dominate Spring Creek tomorrow and all week long. Buckle up, Chicago, because we're about to dive deep into the world of a true motocross warrior. Jordan's no stranger to the grind, man. I'll tell you what, from snagging 4 second places, finishes at the AMA Amateur National Motocross Championship, to winning the Schoolboy 1 class in 2012. He's building a legacy since he was just a kid, man. Turning pro in 2015, he's racked up 5 AMA 250cc Supercross wins, including a historic victory for Triumph in Glendale, Arizona this year. But it's been all podiums, battling a wrist injury in 2019, a torn ACL in 2020, and a brutal crash in Arlington this year. Jordon's shown the heart of a champion, clawing his way back every time. Now with the 2025 motocross season in full swing, he is ready to leave it all on the dirt at Spring Creek. Let's set the stage, guys. Spring Creek is a beast of a track. High speeds, straights, gnarly elevation changes, and technical corners that'll test every ounce of Jordon's skill. He's up against the monsters like Hayden Deegan and Levi Kitchen. And the Chicago Sports Podcast is your home for every pulse-pounding moment. So let's get into it. Jordon Smith, welcome to the show, brother. How you doing, man?
Yeah, man, doing good. Just out here at Millville, getting ready to race tomorrow.
Awesome. Yeah, I bet you. What's the weather like, man? Is it a little cooler, or is it still warm like it was last week?
No, it's cooled down a lot. I think the high tomorrow is only about 78. It was pretty humid today. I'm sure there'll be some humidity, but 78 is not too bad no matter how humid it is. So it should be a good day of racing.
And those suits, man, I tell you what, no matter how cool or hot it is, it's always a little bit warmer in that suit, but it's an honor to have you, man. Seriously. You are with the Chicago Sports Podcast crew, man. Let's kick things off. Spring Creek is tonight, man. They're doing the amateurs, like you're saying earlier, and the Pro Motocross Championship is heating up. What's the vibe like heading into Millville? And how's that Triumph Factory racing bike feeling underneath you, Jordon?
That's good. We've been working on the bike a lot this year, trying to get it better and better. And the team's been working hard. I have a lot of good vibes at Millville. I really like this track. It's one of my favorite tracks on the circuit. So the dirt here is really good. They got some really steep elevation changes, so that always kind of makes it fun. So vibes are good, looking good. Bike's working really good. Been get me off the gate a lot better. Got some good starts last weekend. Was running second for a little while and at Redbud. So looking to kind of keep those starts going and try to keep it up front a little longer this weekend.
Can you explain a little bit of the track? I know it really gets like tenacious as far as like physicality. You got to have stamina and you really got to power through it. Your athleticism, cardio, all that stuff comes into play when you're ripping through all that gnarly, surface. What's it like there, though? I know there's a lot of whoops and all that, and there's some straightaways too, right? So can you walk us through what it's like for you there, brother?
Yeah, so Millville, it's a pretty unique track, pretty kind of a one-of-a-kind track. It's got mainly some sandier dirt. It's kind of like in a valley, like a river bottom. So it's got some sandier dirt in some areas, and then as you go up the hills and get to the higher elevation, it's got a little bit more a little bit more mulchy, loamy dirt to it. So there's a big sand roller section. They call them the sand whoops, and I mean there's got to be like 15 or 20 of them. There's it's a lot of exertion going out of your body through that section every lap. So raises the heart rate up, really tires us out. So. That I would say that's probably one of the most difficult parts of the track, and then there's two really steep hills. We go up it one time, and it's really steep, really long. Probably takes us 20 seconds just to go up, and then we turn around and come straight back down it with a few singles down it. But it gets really rough, really bumpy, and the speeds are really high going down it. So it makes for a challenging track. A lot of things can happen here, and it typically has some very exciting racing at Millville.
Yeah, and walk us through like your exercise regime. Like, how do you keep yourself? I mean, you look great, brother. You look really
Thank
good.
you.
You look like you're dialed in. You're obviously not hitting the fast food joints too much. No, no Taco Bell on the menu per se. But what do you got to do in order to prepare for something? Because I feel like this is a very challenging. I mean, where would you put it in all of the tracks? Where would you put this as far as like difficulty level? Handling your 250 and all that.
Yeah, this one's probably out of all the outdoor tracks, this one is definitely in the top three toughest physically, with the sand whoops, with the hills going up and down the hill so much and everything. So it gets really, really, really rough too. So we do a lot of cardio. We do cardio pretty much every day of the week. We do some weightlifting, nothing too crazy, nothing too heavy, mainly kind of more muscle endurance kind of weightlifting. And then we typically ride anywhere from 2 to 4 days a week, just depending on during the season or what. So yeah, we train a lot. We train pretty much 7 days a week. Sometimes we get Sunday off, but not all the time. So it's a pretty grueling schedule. It's kind of like it's a good mixture in our sport of talent and work ethic, and kind of your stamina and fitness levels. I like to tell people we kind of train like we're Tour de France athletes as far as the cardio goes. We're always on the road bike. We do a lot of miles on the road bike, but you also have to have the stamina on the dirt bike. It doesn't matter how many miles you do on a road bike, you still need the riding stamina and the talent and the kind of technical abilities on a dirt bike to be able to go fast. So you kind of need that whole package in our sport to be able to compete at the highest level and be able to compete for podiums.
And keep that machine upright.
Yep.
That's heavier than you are. I mean, you could put a whole bike rack of Tour de France bikes, and it's probably not even going to equal the amount of that beast that's in between, underneath you, man. It's amazing. My hat's off to you for all that you guys do. It's a lot of fun, man. I love it. So, hey, here's the deal, man. You made history in 2025 with that Glendale Supercross win. Your fifth in the 250cc class, and Triumph's first ever. Oh, 1 second. He will be back. So, anyways, guys, while he is coming back on a quick little break, I just want to bring to you guys get you a quick little recap of what happened. So I was at Red Bud, got my press pass here. Cool looking press pass. I love it, man. I'm so excited about it. More to come. All the glory to God. And then I got this really cool backdrop. I'm working on some stuff. I got some I'm gonna have some shelving that I'm gonna put some things on, different motocross, helmet, whatnot, some plastic, different things, So I'm really building this up. We're really getting into this motocross and these motorsports. Also, here's Jordon here. Also, I was at NASCAR in downtown Chicago for the street race. That was a lot of fun. So just catching you up on that. Welcome back, brother. And
Yep. Sorry about that.
oh,
In the hotel, good. Not the best Wi-Fi here.
Oh, no, you're good. And I was just showing them while you were gone, keeping them busy. The press pass I had for Chicago, that was really cool for the speed the race right there in downtown.
I went there too. I went and checked it out as well. Yeah.
That's cool. What'd you think of it, man? Did you like it?
It was cool. Yeah, it was cool. I got to sit in Ricky Stenhouse's pit box, so that was pretty cool experience. My first NASCAR experience since I was like 5 or 6 years old. I watch NASCAR almost every weekend, but it was fun to get to
Wow.
experience it in person. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's really cool. That's cool that you got a really unique experience with somebody and going from 2 to 4 wheels, that's cool too. Do you think you'll be doing it again?
Yeah, I definitely want to try it again. I want to go try to go to an oval race for sure. I want to see, the Chicago race is really cool, like being in downtown and stuff. But as far as the viewing experience, like there at the place is a little bit, I would say a little bit more boring. Just you can only see them for kind of a split second, and then a lot of single file racing. So I'd definitely like to get to an oval track and watch that.
I gotcha. Yeah, I was on turn one, and then you could see the oppo side turn
Oh, okay,
six.
nice.
And
Yep.
so it was nice to be able to catch both of those at the same time. So that gave me a little bit more exposure than some of the other turns. And I asked one of the security guys, I said, "This is your first race covering. Where would you, pull up at?" Same thing I did with Red Bud. I was asking
Yep.
around, and they're helping me out and stuff. It was really cool, man. But yeah,
Nice.
that's cool. I saw your stuff on social media. You are a beast on social media, especially Instagram. Oh my gosh, man, a lot of cool pictures. You guys go check him out. So make sure you follow him. He's got a lot of good content and stuff. He is definitely a very proud uh family man. Picture right here of his beautiful family. He's got he's definitely a girl dad. I'm a girl dad. My daughter's 20 years old. Dude, it goes fast. I remember when I had her hair up like that. Kind of funny story. I was watching on YouTube, bro. Um, Obviously it was first, cracking out, and I had one of those, older phones. And basically what I did was I took a what do you call it? Here we go.
My Wi-Fi's not very good. It keeps going in and out, I guess.
That's all right. You're good, man. So basically what I did was I took a wet dry vac and I put the scrunchie on the wet dry vac, and it sucked her hair up and then pushed it down like I see this dad do. So then when her mom caught wind of it, ooh, I got into some
That's
trouble,
funny.
bro.
That's funny.
Yeah, I was like, "That's dirty," and I'm like, "Yeah, well, it was in my
Yep,
truck, that's
yep.
about it." So, but yeah, man, very, very proud, family man there. You got your priorities straight, so that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's cool. And, it looks by the looks of it, looks like you got some really good support
Yeah,
there,
man.
man,
My
for
wife
sure.
is awesome. My daughter's awesome. They both love coming to the races and stuff, and I love having them at the races. So I couldn't. They're my rock. So they make the hard days a little better. So that's for sure.
You wanna tell us a little bit about this awesome picture, dude? I love this, dude. Whoever took this picture for you
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
beast, man.
I'm trying to
That's a
figure out
great
which race that was at. I don't even know exactly which race that is. Trying to see which stadium it is, but yeah, it's just over one of the finish lines in Supercross, and yeah, I mean, man, the photographers in Supercross are so good. They get so many good pictures. It's pretty cool to see all the pictures after they're so talented at what they do, and the access that Feld gives them on the floor of the races to be able to get those pictures is pretty cool.
Yeah, and this one right here, I mean, talk about really showing you getting down in it, you know? I mean, you're really getting down
Yeah.
in that right there. That looks tough. It could walk us through what that's like when you're putting your bike down in some terrain like that, man. Like, is there any like worry at all about you coming out of it, or are you just like full throttle
I
ahead, no
mean,
no
there's
worries?
definitely a little worry that that you may kind of push the rut out or climb over it or something, but to be able to go as fast as we do, especially in the outdoors, you got to have full commitment and full trust in your bike and the dirt that's underneath you. So, yeah, I mean, it goes wrong from time to time, but we practice so much. It's you really got to look ahead and see the dirt that's coming ahead. But we're pretty good at kind of telling what that dirt's going to be able to do.
I gotcha. Yeah, you're a beast, man. I'm sure a lot of repetition leading to retention is what got you here. But yeah, getting back to what I was talking about, Glendale Supercross win. You're fifth in the 250 cc class in Triumph's first ever AMA Supercross victory. That's huge, man. That speaks volume to be the first ever, man, the first ever to do it. Walk us through that moment. What was it like crossing the finish line and knowing that you just put Triumph on the map,
Yeah,
man?
that whole last lap, especially the last half of the lap, was pretty special. It was really trying to take it in and to get that win, my fifth one, was really cool, and to be able to deliver it for those guys. They've been a lot of those guys had been there from whenever they were first starting to kind of develop the dirt bike. Before it was even close to being a race bike, and for them to be able to see it go through all the progressions to then winning a supercross race and to be able to deliver that for those guys was pretty special. So that was a unbelievable feeling. I haven't been with Triumph for very long, but they all feel like family to me already, and it was cool to get to kind of share that with the family there at the race and everything. So my wife was there. Unfortunately, my daughter wasn't at that one this year. She was with her grandma, spending the weekend with her grandma. So, but it's cool getting to kind of experience that with the family and everything, and the whole family of the team around me and stuff. So, my mechanic Justin Hobson, he's been with me for about 13 years or so now. So to get to that was his second win with me. He wasn't my race mechanic for the first three, so that was his second win with me. So to get to share that with him also is really special, really cool.
I love how you're just open and honest and, very like you're just, giving all the like helping you out and stuff too, man. Very humble. That's refreshing to hear, So hats off to you for that. Your career has been a wild ride though. So back in 2018, you were runner up in the 250 SX East class, right? With
Yep.
six podiums, dude. Let's not gloss over that, folks. Six freaking podiums. I can't even think of six things that I've done right in the history of ever in a major at the high. Dude, this is crazy, guys. Really, you got about this. This is early. This is early out the gate, including a win at Daytona. That's huge. But you've
Yep.
also faced some heavy setbacks, man. As all of the hardcore, motocross guys do, man, right? Wrist injury 2019, torn ACL in 2020. That had to be brutal, man. And that gnarly Arlington crash this year where you said it was one of the hardest slams that you've ever taken. How do you keep that fire burning to come back stronger every time, Jordon?
Yeah, man, it's tough in this sport. You're always going to have those highs and lows, and just having the people around you to kind of get you through it and stuff, and believing in your abilities to be able to get back to winning races and to be battling back where you know that you belong. It can be tough. It can be a long road, but yeah, I had some tough injuries from 2019 all the way through 2021. Also dislocated my shoulder in 2021 and had to get surgery on that as well. So it was like 3 years back to back to back where I really didn't race a whole lot, and I actually lost my ride and had to go to a privateer team for a year and kind of earn that factory ride back. So yeah, it was a tough kind of stretch in my career, but I've never been one to give up, never been one to quit, and have all the people around me to kind of keep me going, keep pushing me. And if it wasn't for them and for kind of my resilience, then I definitely would probably be working a normal job right about now. But I'm glad that I'm still racing dirt bikes. And yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things. Whenever you're a kid, your parents always tell you, you get knocked down, you got to get back up, right? So just keep trying to get back up and keep pushing and keep trying to be better. The crash this year in Arlington was a big bummer. It was everything was going really good. I was leading the race with just a lap to go, and went down in the whoops there and slammed into the face of one of the whoops in AT&T Stadium, and had to take a little trip to the hospital and broke a few ribs and punctured a lung and lacerated my
Oh,
spleen. So
oh,
yeah, it was tough, and spent a day and a half in the hospital and got out. Luckily, there was no major injuries as far as time missed off the bike or anything. I took a few weeks off and got back on it and was back racing again in Seattle about a month later. So yeah, it's a tough sport. We all go through it though. It's part of it. If you've been in it for long enough, you've been hurt, and you got to bounce back from it. So yeah, just keep trying to bounce back and keep trying to be better and better.
But and everything you say, 100%. But here's what I don't want, again, and I'll use the same term earlier, as I used earlier, gloss over. So okay, you're going through ruptured spleen, busted up ribs, lung, all this crazy stuff all at once. Listen, how fast were you going at the point of impact with this machine?
I don't know. We don't have like GPS to tell us like how fast we're
No,
going, but I would say probably around 35 miles an hour or so to pretty
and
much a dead stop, bounce off the ground.
yeah, and I would trust your calibration. You've been doing it long enough. I would trust
Yeah.
where you're at. I mean, dude, I would trust that more than the GPS, to be honest with you. Okay.
Yep.
So here's the deal. Just so you know, you got well over 100 in the building, man. You travel well, and the number's 140 now, 141. Everybody's, maybe a late start, but man, they're piling in, dude. So anyways, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Everybody, Jordon Smith here. He's at Spring Creek. He spent a little time with us. So everybody, thank him for coming in here. Make sure you check him out on Instagram. Go check him out, Jordon Smith, number 19. All right, so listen, here's the deal, man. Twisted metal, 30 to 35 miles an hour at impact with this metal that weighs more than you, almost double the weight of you at that speed. Now, I'm not taking anything away from our ball sports. Everybody knows that tracks, I played semi-pro, college, all that stuff. Great. Okay. Big men, helmets, shoulder pads, all that. Hey, guess what? Jordan's got all that too. And he's not hitting people. People aren't hitting him. He's hitting the ground. He's hitting freaking hills. He's hitting mountaintops. He's hitting all kinds of things. Not all the time. He's not like reckless and like freaking just crashing all. I'm just saying, when they go down, this is what it's like. 35 miles an hour. And he doesn't have, listen, we talked about earlier, talk about not NASCAR, right, Jordan? You got all that stuff around you. You got the doors, you got the hood, you got the fender, you got all this stuff to protect you. The seatbelt, you got the seatbelt, for crying out loud, man. I mean, come on. There's a lot of help there, man. And again, not taking anything away from NASCAR, but you know where I'm going with this. Everybody needs to stop and listen to some of the things. This guy is a warrior, dude. This guy is unbelievable. He is literally, if you look at it, I don't know if you know this, Jordan, but at your level, you are in the I think it's like 0.7 percentile. 0.7 people in the world do what you do. 0.7, bro. Okay, that's pretty freaking amazing, dude. So, shout out to you, man, and shout out to all of the other MX motocross guys, but we got you on the show right now, so I just wanted to, Trax wanted to break that down for you. But hey, man, speaking of numbers, let's talk a little bit more numbers. Now 210 in the building. Let's talk numbers for a second, man, because our Chicago Sports Podcast fans love the stats, man. Again, you finished third overall in the 250 SX West class in 2024 with the win in San Francisco. That's amazing. That is amazing. Yeah. San Francisco. I bet you that was a good time. And some of the beautiful places that you've been to, man. I mean, unbelievable. But again, like I said,
cool. Getting to travel.
Yeah, right? That's cool, man. And ninth in the 250 motocross class that year. Ninth. That's pretty significant, man. Top 10. This season, you're sitting at 8th in 250 SX West after that Glendale win. Despite the injury, what's the game plan to climb the ranks at Spring Creek and beyond in 2025, brother?
Yeah, so the Supercross is so I finished eighth there. That one's already over. So the outdoors is a different series technically. So
Right.
I missed I missed the race that I crashed in, and then I missed another race, and then actually I missed three races total in Supercross. So I was in second before I crashed there at Dallas. So right now I think I'm sitting in 12th, I think, in points for motocross. So trying to keep climbing up. We're still pretty tight in the points there from about sixth place back to about where I'm at. So going to try to put in two solid motos this weekend at Millville and try to get that momentum kind of rolling in the right direction. I've been kind of a little bit up and down so far, but that's kind of how it goes. So try to get it rolling in the right direction. We've been working really hard at the practice track, and the whole team's been putting in a lot of work, kind of trying to get the bike where we want it. So try to put all the stuff, all the pieces of the puzzle together that we've been piecing together back at home, and bring it to the race and see where how many points we can get this weekend and try to climb into that top 10 at least.
Oh, you're definitely gonna get there, man. I can see it, man. You're locked in. You're dialed in for sure, man. You're dialed in. Yeah. And
Thank
I
you.
could feel it off you. I could feel it off you. Especially you're like, dude, I'm looking forward to the show, but I'm also looking forward to getting dialed in and ready for this race. And to be laser focused like that, that's what you have to do. That's what you have to be, folks. I got a question. It's not in the script, but I do this because when the spirit moves you, you got to move with the spirit. You know what I'm talking about. You're a racer. So here's the deal, bro. There's a little one out there, and he's looking at Jordon Smith. I'm telling you right now, bro. He's like, I want to be like this dude. He's really cool. He's been through some gnarly stuff and he bounces right back up. All this stuff, man. Got some great records, had some good races. What's one thing you could tell that little tyke, man?
Yeah, man. I mean, I just how I've gotten to where I'm at in my career is just by hard work. I moved to a training facility whenever I was pretty young. I was 11 years old and was
Wow.
training on a dirt bike pretty much every day, and doing gym and bike rides for 5, 6 days a week. And so, I've been at it for a really long time, and I may not be as talented as some of the other riders out there, but put in a lot of work, and to get to where I'm at, I've worked really hard and never gave up. So, those are the two things for me. It's like, doesn't matter, if anyone sees you working or not, it doesn't really matter. Just put in the work, put in the hard work, and just never give up. It doesn't matter what happens, what kind of excuse you can come up with in your head or
Right.
anything. It doesn't really matter. Go out there, do the best you can with what you got, and learn from. There's no bad lessons out there. You can learn from everything, and just keep getting better and better, and never give up, and eventually you'll get to where you're at.
Man, as young as you are, not super young, but you're still young, okay? Yeah,
I don't
I'm just
feel very
saying.
young.
Well, hey, we talked about that earlier. We all know why, okay? Hey,
Yeah.
honestly, here's the deal, man. Never back down, never give up, all that stuff. That not only is that's a transitional skill that we could take with us anywhere. I could take that at my work at the
Yeah.
steel mill. Okay, at the
Yeah.
steel mill, climbing scaffolds, building scaffolds, 200-300 feet in the air, whatever it is, all this kind of stuff that I do, everybody anywhere. Whatever you just said right now, bro, I see something when you get done with this. Hopefully, it'll be at least another decade of dominance, if not more. Okay, speaking into existence, brother. But
Yeah.
I could see you being a motivational speaker, man. You got some good stuff, and you're going to continue to get this portfolio like thicker and thicker through all the trials and tribulations, through all the losses and victories. And I got another off script question for you.
All
Have
right.
you learned more in your losses and your setbacks than you have in your wins?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you always, like it's one of those things where like you remember the wins and they're awesome, right? But you just remember like how you felt kind of. You don't really remember all the other stuff. So whenever you kind of go through some hard times or whatever, that's whenever you really got to dig deep into the soul and kind of keep pushing forward and stuff. And that's where you learn a lot about yourself, and also a lot about who's around you, who's your friend, and who really cares
Right.
about you. So that's where it really matters. And then that's what whenever you are in those points, that's where whenever you do come back and you're able to win, even if it's not a win, like an actual win. Just if it's a win in your category, you know, like a win for you, then you know that's what makes those things better. Like coming back from all those injuries, like I had a lot of wins before I got my first place back on the podium. Like I had, you know, getting through a season healthy and then getting onto the podium was a win for me. You know, those were all wins before I got back to winning again. So yeah, it takes a lot of work and a lot of like I said, resilience to kind of just keep pushing through those things. But it's all worth it in the end for sure.
Absolutely, man. And I like what you said about your support group, man. I mean, you're speaking into existence. First Corinthians 15:33. Folks, you don't have to be in a church to have church being brought to you. This guy's breaking knowledge right now, man. He's dropping dimes. Seriously, it's all about who you have around you. And it sounds like he's got a really good support group. And I'll be honest, I could probably see you maybe the first time, maybe a couple times. That phone rings pretty fast. People come on, you know, you're going through therapy, you're trying to, you know, get through it, limp through it. You're starting to get on to the other side. But at first, you see a big, you know, people show up, and they're around you and you got a pretty good support group. And then it starts to fade. The lights start to fade and it's kind of like they go back to their regular life and all that kind of stuff. And you don't see it as much. And not to say that they're anything less of a friend because people get busy. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that they don't care. But it's the day one folks that are still there by your bedside, still there, right there with you. That's who you know are your number ones, you know, your day one guys, your support group. And I feel like that's what Jordan's talking to us about, man.
Yeah, for sure.
So Spring Creek's it's got a rep for being one of the toughest tracks out there, right? You were just talking about that earlier, man. Over 330 in the building, man. Oh man,
we're climbing.
We travel really good. Look, yeah, we're climbing, bro. Just like those tracks you're on today, or tomorrow. Those elevation changes and the technical. So, what's your approach to tackling Millville? Listen. I don't want you to give us all your 11 herbs and spices. Just a little taste, what are you, going to do? And how does that compare to other tracks that you've raced like Red Bug or Fox, any one of those,
Yeah. Millville, I mean, you know, every race, it doesn't matter if it's Millville, Red Bud. We could be racing in my front yard. It doesn't really matter. It's the start. The start is very important nowadays. Everyone's going so fast. There's so many good guys. I mean, there's 15 guys that can top 5 a moto or maybe even podium a moto. So, you know, you really got to get off to a good start. That helps a lot. And then Millville's kind of, I would say, maybe one of the tracks that kind of not necessarily that people make less mistakes, but less big mistakes. It's not quite as technical, I would say. In some aspects, it's a little bit faster, a little bit more flowy. So just really hitting your marks and you know, hitting every mark is pretty important. And you know, the speed down the hills is really important there. And going up the hill, just not making big mistakes before you go up those big hills, because one little mistake in the turn can turn into a huge mistake by the top of the hill if you lose all that speed going up.
Wow. So it seems like you cannot go but like cruise control, right? Everyday drivers, you got the cruise control. This does not
we're
seem
in the fast lane. We're in the fast lane for sure.
And you cannot for 1 second just be like, oh, here's a part where we can just like cruise and like chill, So you got a shout out right here. Several of them, by the way. I'll read them off later on, but one especially, Braden Crowley says, Jordon FR, a savage. He can beat anyone. He's tough as, yeah. So this guy obviously is a big fan of yours, man. So
appreciate that.
Yep. He said, him, Jalick, and Faulkner, if he can follow Jordon around the track, and bro, you will be top 5 on 450. So a lot of people are wanting, let's save that for the end of the show. Okay. So, hey, make sure you hang out with us, Braden. We're almost done. I want to know just as bad as you are, as you do, Braden. So, Yeah, man. He's got some good insight there. So, all right, let's keep going. So listen, man. Hey, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, this is just stuff that I read online, stuff that I hear. So not all of it's 100% accurate, right? Okay, so you're not just racing for yourself, man. You're carrying the Triumph factory racing flag with you. How's it been joining a team that's making waves in the sport? And what's the chemistry with your crew as you prep for a big weekend like this? You talked about it earlier, the preparation and all that kind of stuff. Do you feel pretty good right now with the preparation? Does everything look pretty good?
Yeah, I've been good. I'm pretty much all the way healed up from all the injuries I had in Supercross. So I've been having a lot of really good weeks on the bike of training days and stuff, and feeling really comfortable. So that's good. And as far as the team chemistry and stuff, I mean, I spoke about it before. It's like a family here. We're all really close, riders and everything. So, I mean, I even, coming back from the track today, me, Mikkel, and Jalik all rode together back from the track and stuff. So, it's a good team chemistry around, and that makes it a lot more fun whenever you're doing your motos throughout the week and doing the hard days and stuff. It makes it a lot more fun having those guys kind of going through the dog days with you. So it's been good. From the very top of the staff, the team manager Jeremy and Scuba are just awesome. They're great to work with. Our suspension guys, our motor guys, our mechanics, everyone, parts guys, truck driver, trainer, everyone is just top notch at the team, and they're hired for a reason, and so it's really good. It's good having those guys around and having those guys in our corner. It's good to be able to if you have a question about something, be able to go to someone and be able to trust them with the answer. So it's been awesome, and we've had some good training days, and yeah, like you said, feeling really good coming into Millville, feeling really good about the prep. We came up with some new suspension settings this week, and hopefully they kind of translate into the race weekend.
Bro, I feel like I instantly, not doing what you do, of course, but being on the team somewhere, trying to figure this thing out, dip my toe in the water a little bit. I feel like I can put in an application for Team Triumph. This sounds pretty good, man. I like what you guys got going on. It sounds like a really good vibe, man. And I, again, to reiterate what I said earlier, I love how humble you are and willing to give all of the praise to everybody where all the credits due. That's really cool, man. That's really cool. Hey, and it's honestly, again, for the third time this show, it's not something that we need to gloss over, because that is a lost character trait, and not, I wouldn't say that there's not many, but when you hear it, it's definitely refreshing, and coming from this chair, I hear a lot. So, listen, man, you're up against some fierce competition. Guys like Hayden Danger Boy, Deegan, and Levi Kitchen. Our Chicago sports podcasters, listeners, we want to know something, man. What's it like battling those heavy hitters, and who's got you on your toes the most this season? Like, who are you up against that you're like, they're bringing it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of guys that, like I said a few minutes ago, there's 15 of us that are, battling for top 10s, top fives, podiums.
Yeah.
I'd say there's probably at least 12, 13, 14 guys that can finish in the top five in any given moto. It kind of depends on the start and stuff. So, yeah, it just kind of, for me, it just kind of depends on, really what kind of start I get, who I'm kind of battling around. But been doing this outdoor season. I've been doing a lot of battling with my teammate from Denmark, Mikkel. We just seem to be getting off to the same starts and been on the track beside each other a lot. But I mean, Hayden's been riding really good. He's won a lot of overalls and has a big points lead right now. So I mean, he's obviously riding the best out of any of us right now. So we're all chasing him pretty much.
Yeah. You know what? It sounds like you've got a lot of competition, man. Again, you're gonna kill it. We feel good about it. Uh you've been at this since your amateur days, man. You've been hard at it. Winning the schoolboy one, class 2012, the 250B limited title 2013. Looking back, what's the one moment in your career, on or off the track, that you've shaped that has shaped you the most as a rider and as a person, Jordan?
I mean, looking back on one moment, it's kind of hard hard to say just one moment, but I would say just I mean, kind of what we already talked about, all the kind of low points, all those times whenever you're down and you're kind of at the very bottom and you don't really know where to go from there. That's kind of been those points that, you kind of learn about a lot about yourself and kind of keep pushing. And then I think it's also just important as well to whenever you are at a higher point, whenever you're doing good and stuff, to kind of keep that level head and to try to not have too many peaks and valleys in the whole aura. You're not getting too high and too low. So I try to keep a level head and try to kind of treat everyone the same, no matter if I'm at the bottom or if I'm at the top that day. So it's just kind of how I was raised. My parents are good people and raised me to be a good person. So try to keep doing those the kind of character traits that I was raised with. So I would say as far as like a moment that kind of shaped me, I would say even maybe whenever I got my factory ride. The first time I signed with a factory team, I was still an amateur, and my trainer at the time, Colleen Millsap, she was like, "Look, like you got this, and like it may feel like you made it, right? But you still have so much more to do. Like you can't think that you made it now. Like you got to keep pushing." And I think that was like a really good piece of advice at that time for me.
Not to let off keep your all gas no brakes mentality, right? Got to
Yeah,
keep going. You
exactly.
can't just be like cruising like we talked about earlier, man. That's great advice from Connie for sure, man. But before we wrap this up, man, I got a question here that I got to ask, and then I'm gonna dive into my phone because I seen it kept doing this through some comments we got on some other what do you call it platforms. Before we wrap up, man, let's have some fun. You're a fan favorite, and our Chicago sports podcast community wants to know what's the one thing that fans might not know about Jordon Smith off the track, and give us a bold prediction for Spring Creek this weekend, please.
I mean, off the track, I'm a big golfer. I love to golf. Have golfed since I was pretty young, and my dad's a golf course superintendent, so that's probably my favorite hobby to do whenever I'm not racing is head to the golf course. I've got my wife into golfing recently, and she's enjoying it, and hope to get my daughter into golfing as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, I like golfing too. I don't think it likes me that much because here's the deal, Jordan. I mean, this is your interview. I'm not taking it over, but this is how my golfing goes. Okay. So when you know that the grass goes further than the ball and the club goes further than both of those combined, you're not
Yeah,
that
that's a
good at
bad day
golf,
on the
bro.
golf course. That's a bad day.
So, all right. So we got a question here. I'm reading it straight off of the internet here on this is TikTok. So, okay, here's the deal. Um, your riding style on the 250 has been nothing but speed and full send, kind of the same as RJ Hampshire. Do you think the 450 would smooth that style out in the same way as RJ? And is this something, could we ask you, are you going 450 next year outdoor or supercross? Like, what do you that? It's kind of like a mixed bag of, I think he's just wanting to know a whole lot about if you're going to do the 450, man. That's what I'm feeling. I've got like 37 comments, and almost all of those comments have been wanting me to ask you about the 450, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to get on a 450. The sooner I can get on it, the better for me, for sure. Watching RJ, I've grown up racing him. We've raced since we were kids, so watching
Oh,
him ride
29.
really good, and yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, watching him ride really good last week, and I think he podiumed at Red Bud last week, and at least a moto he did, I know. And yeah, watching that is very inspiring, and know that I can be up there battling too. So I think that I will be on the 450 at some point next year, most likely. It's not finalized yet, but we're not sure yet if it'll be Supercross or just motocross. So right now, contracted to do 250 Supercross next year. So that's the plan, but that could change. So we're still in the works, still trying to get it figured out there.
So there is, but as of right now, it looks like 250, right?
Yeah, I'd say so for now. I mean, it's I would say it's definitely not set in stone, but we're working through it and trying to figure out what the best plan of attack is for myself and for the team. So they've been really good working with me on it, and we're gonna do whatever's best for both of us.
There you go, bro. Leave a little suspense for us. So, like, if we
Yeah,
ever
yeah,
have you back, we got, you got the hook on us. You got the hook on us, man. So there you go. But like I said, a lot of questions coming in. Everybody wants to know a lot about you. But honestly, 45 minutes now. We were gonna do what, a 30-minute show, but it goes by quick when you talk about something that you love. I mean, this is your whole life, bro. This is your whole career. It's really hard to sum it up. And now, if we're just getting an update, that goes fast. But we're
yeah.
really we're digging deep. We're really going back to the support group, everything, man. There's a whole great big ball, of wax in here. So, yeah, man. So, what? Do me a favor while I get ready to prepare us closing out. Walk me through like your morning to your afternoon, like what you do before your race. Like, what are you gonna do tomorrow to get you ready? You got stretching, yoga, you go run, swim. What do you got going on? Do you just rest up, ice bath? What are you doing?
Yeah, so I'll wake up and just pretty much wake up, get dressed, head straight to the track. Once I get there, they'll have some breakfast ready for me. We'll hit the riders meeting, this mandatory riders meeting, and hit a little chapel service. We have a chaplain that comes to all the races, and hit about a 20 30 minute chapel service before practice starts. Head back to the truck, get warmed up on the bicycle, and then go through a few stretches, get dressed, and go out, get ready for practice. And we have two practices. Then we have a pretty decent break, and then the two motos. And after those motos, you pretty much don't want to do anything other than come back to the hotel and go to sleep. So, yeah, try to recover after that.
Oh, I bet you're beat afterwards, man. Jeez,
Yeah,
especially
yeah,
in that heat. Like last week was insane. It was like
it was
99.
hot.
And
It was
and the
hot.
guy, but yeah, I had my editor with me and he was taking pictures and stuff. And one time I seen him over the guardrail, I said, I'm not gonna get another picture out of you for a while, am I? I'm had a bottle of water, I'm pouring it on his neck and all this and his wrists and whatever. And it was brutal. And I'm like, dude, look at them. Look at them out there. Look at how much stuff they got on. Uh, you guys got a lot on you. And I do you think that those, before I conclude, do you think that those ice vests, do you think they work out pretty good? Do you like those? Do they make a
Yeah, I mean,
difference?
yeah, it definitely helps out. I mean, we can only, you're not going to wear it once you start riding, but we kind of sit out there in the sun for quite a while before the first gate drops. So we're out there for probably 25 to 30 minutes before we kind of get going. So it can be pretty hot sitting there in all the gear, and if the bikes are
Yeah,
running as well, the heat from the engines makes it even hotter. So
yeah.
yeah, Alpine Stars is one of our sponsors, one of our gear sponsors, and they came out with a pretty cool ice vest for us to wear, and it's been pretty beneficial so far. We've had a couple really hot races. We had a really hot one at Hangtown. It was about 106 degrees, and then last week, I don't know, yeah, I don't know exactly what the temperature got to, but it had to be mid to high 90s with some humidity for sure.
Oh, dude, it was brutal for sure, man, for sure. I still got all kinds of, like, I don't know, are you pretty well burnt up?
No, I'm not too bad. I'm used to the sun. I'm used to the sun. I'm from South Georgia, so we get it every
Yeah.
day.
Oh, okay. All right. I got some so do you follow any ball sports at all? College or
A little
anything? Or
bit,
yeah.
mainly NFL. I'm a Panthers fan, unfortunately, but I am a
Oh,
Panthers fan.
do you remember Charles Godfrey?
uh,
Safety,
Not really.
safety. He was
Uh,
He was the same era as Cam Newton. He was the safety, like the
Okay.
top safety you guys had. Anyways,
Yep.
I went to a game. I met Greg Olson there and
Yep.
Charles Godfrey because I was with his dad. I worked with his dad at BP Amoco and Whiting in the oil refinery. So
Nice. Nice. Cool.
yeah, I got to
Cool.
go. Yeah, it was pretty cool little Panther moment for me. Man, you guys were
Yeah.
beasts
Heck yeah.
for a while, and then we got Julius Peppers for a while. I was actually at his enshrinement last year. I covered that. Like I said, I do a lot of ball sports right now. I'm just
Cool.
tipping my toe in the water. This is a lot of fun. You've already got over 500 in the building. And backstage, I'll tell you some of the ball sports players that you have already beat, man. It's amazing.
All right.
So,
All right. Cool.
hey, Jordon Smith, man, it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. Number 19. You've got the Chicago Sports Podcast crew absolutely fired up for Spring Creek tomorrow and this whole entire weekend and the Pro Motocross Championship, man. From your amateur days tearing up the Schoolboy One class to that historic Glendale win for Triumph in 2025, your proof that heart, grit, and a whole lot of throttle can take you to the top, man. Chicago, this is why we do what we do. Bring your face-to-face with the Warriors. We bring you face-to-face with the Warriors, man, the gladiators who make motocross unforgettable, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, guys, here's the deal, okay? To every motocross fan out there, from the Windy City to Millville and beyond, let's rally behind Jordon as he battles it out against the best in the world. Smash that subscribe button for the Chicago Sports Podcast. Hit that like, share this with your crew, and ring that bell so you don't miss a second of our exclusive coverage. We're not just a podcast. We're a community, guys, that lives for the roar of the engines and the thrill of the fight. Jordon, best of luck to you at Spring Creek, brother, and go rip it up, all right, man? Stay locked in for more interviews and all of the dirt from Millville. This is Trek signing off for Chicago Sports Podcast. Let's ride off, Jordon.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.